In the future, I can foresee a time when identities are completely taken out of the flesh and blood. The infighting among queers and various queer communities is dissolved, and there's no such a thing as passing anymore because there's nothing to pass into or out of. There's acknowledgement of privilege. If somebody says you receive privilege, you acknowledge it and work on dismantling it. And in the very, very distant horizon, not quite in this prophecy, but in a time in the future of this prophecy, we can see a time when we've dismantled myths of power imbalance between people. It'll be institutionalized into child rearing, that your child may be queer or trans, and thus all different children who are a little different than their parents will have access to intergenerational exchange, mentorship, and the option of including themselves in both blood and chosen families. Intentional families will be acknowledged and supported publicly as much as blood families and those families of law. Queers won't have to shell out tons of money to the fertility industrial complex. We'll have tons of access to reproductive sources, and it'll be made very easily available and be very clear. We'll make sure nobody, not just queers, falls through the cracks. There'll be lots of support for people of various mental health abilities and born into various situations. That said, all work, it's amazing, is going to be valued and compensated equally. So therefore, we're going to eradicate the structures of poverty and property ownership and ensure stable housing, and because we're going to delete the possibility of various levels of housing, as stable housing is really a very basic human right. We're going to teach children and future generations to be stewards of the earth, and we're going to pass down to them all the organic seeds that we've held on to. We're going to trust our intuition on the same level as science. We're going to really work on preserving water resources. We're all going to have equal access to health care. Everyone is very happy and satisfied. And for those people who really find a lot of joy and resistance, there's still going to be a lot of struggle. I guess also the great thing is that we've cured cancer and HIV. Boom!